All right. Welcome back, everybody. Rudy with Alpha Investments. Today, it's time to learn something and just have a more longer discussion video for a lot of you out there. Don't forget to click the thumbs down button 2 times in every one of my videos. And today, we're going to go over the interesting history of Commander 2019. Not an old product, but just from last year. And I felt we're at a kind of an inflection point. So I thought it would be a good time to make this video and kind of see how accurate and see how wrong I am over the next for the rest of going into the end of the year and going into 2021. I thought it'd be very interesting to see how close or far off I get. So I thought usually I wait to do these type of charting videos when we have multiple years. I mean, Commander 2019 came out August 2019, everybody. So if you look at it, I've got little tick marks for every 60 days here. So you can see the release date. We had a reprint time. And then here we are about July, August of 2020, right in the middle of the 2020 virus year of disaster. And then, of course, the end of the year and moving into the future. So I thought we've got a little bit of history, but this is going to be more of a Rudy tries to give you my opinion on how I think it's going to move forward. So make sure you guys know I'm serious. Video starts at 1 minute and 23 seconds, everybody. Now the video starts. So sorry if I came out all gibberish before this. So what we're going to do is first, let's go into a few important necessities of this video. Number one, be aware I have a very large position in this particular sealed magic product because of, as I explained in this video and you're going to hear, I miscalculated and I thought I was going to sell a lot more. I thought the patrons were demanding a lot more. And when the reprint came, I got obliterated and I got stuck holding, you know, about a $250,000 with this product. It's one of my largest positions. So keep in mind, obviously, I'm going to be very biased in predicting and hoping that this does do well. So keep that in mind up front. Number two, let's just see how accurate I get. And three, there is no three. I don't know. Okay, so flashback, everybody. Remember, this product came out. The actual release date was August 2019. Before they did the spoilers, pre-orders, and a lot of stores gambling and just trying to get that early capital just to pay other bills. I think they were pre-ordering 110, 120 out the door with shipping and tax. Then release day finally came. Spoiler season came out. When the release finally hit, we came out in August. We kind of landed on release date probably about between 150, 160 on day one on the open market. Using TCG Player and eBay. Buy it now with the shipping and the taxes included. I think it's about right. Low is like 150, maybe high, maybe 160, maybe 165. So we'll kind of just call it in the middle there. Overall, people like the product. Standard, the normal thing happened, just like everybody said in 2018 Commander was going to go to zero. Worst product ever, stay away. The same negativity wave flowed through and told people the same thing about 2019. The only thing I think we can all agree on is I think 2019 was better than 2018. I think we all agree with that. So when we hit about after the release of August, September rolled around, obviously we did experience, actually what I should do is I'll do the red marker for the downticks. I think that'll be interesting. So obviously moving into 30 days post-release, we experienced our first downtick into September 2019. Then Halloween rolled around, we actually experienced continuing decline, and we started pushing, now we were down to the 140s. So the product was declining. Any of my patrons or ex-patrons or people who just can't stand me, can you comment below, what did I sell Commander 2019 for at release at the beginning here? Was it, I think it was it 129 shipped? Or was it 125? Whoever was a patron back then, if you're still actually watching the videos, can you please comment below a year ago at the beginning? Can someone tell me what I sold it for? I can't remember. Okay, so then as we flowed past that, when we hit November, it became official that there was a reprint of this product coming. So then we experienced an additional downtick, everybody. So as you can see, you know, when you look at month to month, you can see there's a lot of selling downward pressure between the people saying that the product was simply bad, it's not as good. There was nothing positive. You can see the downward pressure. And then the reprint came. And Wizards obviously did a very large reprint. And the reason for the very large reprint was because obviously at release, it was 150s, 160s. The demand was very high and everybody was very bullish. Wizards saw that. So the reprint restock was very strong at the beginning. So when that full reprint came, It was a monster reprint, everybody. So at this point, we accelerated our downward pressure right into the holidays of 2019. So for those of you who weren't familiar, weren't around in Magic in the holidays of 2019, it was one of the tougher holiday seasons for the world of Magic. There was no Ultimate Masters or a special holiday release this year. The previous year in 2019, we had Ultimate Masters. In 2018 holidays, we had Unstable, we had an Unset. So the previous 2 holiday seasons for Magic stores and LGSs around the country were actually pretty bullish. The stores did very well. We had a major hit product right into that holiday shopping season. So this was the first holiday season that it was rough. There was nothing exciting about Magic going on in that particular time period. And I know I say it, but unfortunately, in an era that we're all wired to only care about the next 1 to 3 weeks in advance on the next new hype train, unfortunately, if there's not a new product within 30 days, it's now deemed that Magic is stale, or Standard is solved, or Commander is boring, or everything, the meta is all condensed into 1 or 2 bad, overpowered things. And the negativity tends to spiral and build. So I think that's another one of many reasons, in addition to the main reason, which is money, that Wizards continues to do a very high volume of products, and I think this is here to stay. And since I'm saying negative things to make everyone unhappy, I am very, very adamant that Wizards is going to continue to raise prices dramatically moving forward in the next 3 to 5 years. Every product moving forward, I expect tremendous price increases. So that's where we are. The official reprint came in. It was nasty. The acceleration continued even further. And then, after we had that, we started to kind of roll over to a little bit of a bid. A little bid came into the market. A little attempted buyers stepped in, and we kind of stopped falling, and we kind of flatlined. Our downward pressure of selling and stores trying to raise capital and all these things, we started to hit a little bit of a calm, everybody. It leveled out. So, I mean, I think that's a good thing. I think a little bit of a calm is kind of, I mean, the fact that we started to see consolidation. Remember, usually a lot of professional investors, I use that word very loosely, myself and many others tend to focus on kind of stale, sideways movement, consolidation periods, kind of calmness. We want to see, I don't like to see Ikoria come out, the collector's boxes, and then just shoot straight up. I don't like to see Theros come out, the collector's box, and then just go straight down. Extreme movements is bad for everybody because you have 2 people on every transaction. An extreme movement up makes the person who sold the product go, oh, yikes. And the person who bought it thinks he's a hero. And then everybody wants to hit the person who sold it for the cheaper price for more, and then everybody gets angry when that person can't get more because the price went up. And then when the price inverts and goes down, everybody who you sold the product to thinks you're an evil level 2, level 99 mafia boss scumbag, all because the market shifted that way. So no matter which way the market moves, you're going to have people angry, whether they miss the product because you can't get enough to sell it because the market moved up, or because people are angry because it went down. Either way, you're going to run into problems. That's just part of the Magic world and the culture surrounding Magic. So, when I start to see this, moving into February of 2020, we actually start to see a nice, you guys notice this? We see a nice sideways, look at these months, we see a nice, for the first time since release, we're seeing consolidation. We're seeing, calmness, which is good. That's what we want to see. So, this is the time period right here when most people, including myself, I believed, as most people did, I believe this was the, what do I call it? I thought this window right here, everybody, right in the middle, I'm going to slip myself right in the middle there. That's a little giggity for the video. I thought this was the bottom. I thought that was it. I thought we're good. That was when my big 2,000 set 10 pallet thing showed up. I tried to sell some more to the patrons. I tried to go ahead and move the first couple hundred into storage. And then all of a sudden, nobody was buying it. Patrons didn't want it. People were not really excited about it. And then 2020 decides to go full-blown, just Titanic 2020 chicken sandwich war. Let's wreck the system. And that means you had a combination of the virus situation that went full Monty on the world. and then you had LGSs and everything go full panic, and we had a straight down collapse. So not only was I wrong at predicting this was the range to move in based on historical trends, I was way off. So what ended up happening at this point, we had a major, what I like to call the full-blown, here it is, the full-blown, here's little Rudy right here, full-blown waterfall, here's my taco hat, full-blown, angry, sad face, waterfall off the side. Straight down bear market hits. And the Commander 2019 product completely collapses. When we hit about March and April of 2020, there's an attempt to stabilize the product. there's no way to really make this look good, everybody. There's no way. You had a straight down collapse. It was nasty. Like this, you had the full LGSs closing around the country, the world in shambles, the stock market, the equity markets, the debt markets seizing up. You had straight panic selling. You had card stores around the country. Everybody says, half of them were going out of business. The other half were just staying closed. All the inventory just started being dumped on the internet, eBay's and TCG Player Open Market. And literally, Commander 2019 gets nuked. I'm talking nuclear. This is the ultimate fallout shelter. We are just, I can't explain to you all the amount of contacts, people selling, distributors calling to unload the fine, just the sheer volume and strength of that bear market, and the fear was just, I'm talking a leech on society. The fear was just incredible during that time period. This was also, side note, just to remind everybody, this was also the time period that, a lot of large stores stopped buying vintage cards. They pulled reserve list, buy list down. Everybody was trying to protect their capital. Nobody knew how bad things were going to get. Everybody converted over to the, whoa, let's back off. We need to wait and see. We need to look for some sort of stability. Are we in this for the long haul? Is this waterfall going to go down to zero? Are we going to be flatlined forever? We need to know what's going on. So everybody throttled back. And you have to be a complete moron, crazy taco person to step up and hold your position of 2,000 commanders. And then become even stupider, that is a word. You have to be the ultimate Taco Timmy moron, like myself, to literally start buying reserve list cards when everybody just says the world's coming to an end. Why are you going to buy cardboard when the world comes to an end? It's worthless. Well, I eat so many tacos, I can't tell the difference on what's up or down anymore. I still feel like the guy with the big hat over here, and everybody likes big hats. Come on, everybody likes, if you go to your local Wendy's or your local Chick-fil-A and your local Starbucks drive-thru, if you have a 10-foot hat on, you're going to make people smile. Everybody likes big hats. Okay, so at this point in time, holy crap. So now we're at about April, May range, the market's calm. Commander 2019 bottoms out on eBay and TCG Player at about $99, including shipping, not including tax. So most people can get Commander for about, let's just say, $105 to $109 shipped, with shipping and taxes included on the open market. Obviously, not many people bought because the trajectory was so bad, everything was going so poorly. There's no way of knowing, is this the top, the bottom, or is it going to keep getting worse? Because at that point in time, I will be honest with you all, I didn't add to my position at that point in time. I just assumed the crap was we were in for the long haul here. So let's go ahead and unfold what's going on. So for those of you living under a rock at this point in time, we are now, what happened to my marker? Oh no, am I going to be able to write here? Hold on, let me save the marker. Oh man, hold on. Golly, really want to make money here. I can't even use the green marker. Hopefully it works. I don't know if it's going to work. So at this point in time, we're going to swap to the green marker that apparently is broken at this point in time. And I'm going to go ahead and change the color to this. So here we are. Let's go ahead and put our circles for the month. We got June right here. So you have April, you have May, you have June. Here's July. And we're only about a week away from August, so let's just be honest here. We'll go ahead and put August on here, which I think August is going to be, I'd say about right here. We're kind of leveled a little bit. So here's August. We'll go ahead and adjust this. We'll do this. So here we are. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. So this is where we're at. Okay, check this out. Check this out, everybody. So look at this. Look at this chart. This is the most ridiculous. I know half of you who are into Wall Street bets and actual real investing, mutual funds, and you have actually you're a smart person, not in the basement with tacos. Most of you are going to say, well, Rudy, that chart looks just like the stock market. That chart looks just like the debt markets. This chart looks just like the S&P 500. Your SPYs, your SPYs look just exactly the same. This looks like, the Dow. This looks like the Qs. I mean, I know some of you out there are going to say that because it's true. It kind of does look like it. So, but there is a difference. There is a difference, everybody. There's a very imperative difference between this graph looking just like the stock market in a particular magic product that's out of print. Let me explain something here. You're free to disagree, curse me out, say angry things in the comments. That's fine, but just hear me out. In this situation, this does not have the ability to retrace down further into a bear market or reset and test the lows like the stock market does. Magic doesn't operate that way, ladies and gentlemen. When this product starts to disappear on the open market and people buy it, investors take it, actual players buy the product because it's cheap. It was down to like 99 bucks. When they buy it, they open it, they use the product. The product's gone. This chart does not operate the same way that a stock or an equity or a debt or a price on the dollar bond or anything operates. You cannot retest the bottoms to verify we have a double bottom. You want to be all your technical analysis, your Bollinger Bands and moving averages and slap me with your Fibonacci. It doesn't work that way in magic, everybody. And this throws people off. You got to remember this. This is a huge deal. For the love of God, I hope the camera's still working. I can't explain. So I hope this is sinking in with you all. So here we are. This is officially where we are right now. As of filming this video, we are mid-July 2020. We are out of the depths of God knows what, and you know what? We may be returning in the world. The economy may be shutting down. The virus situation may get worse. I don't know. But I can tell you what I do know. I don't believe this is going back to this. The stock market may do it, the real estate market, the debt market, the liquidity, some sort of credit crunch, whatever, banking, anything can happen. But this product will not retest this because it's not going to have thousands of more supply hitting the market to put this thing back down because the market's already flushed out. And that is the ultimate difference between sealed product and a real investment by professionals who are actually educated. You have, in the stock market, you can easily have fear grip again, anxiety and the VIX go through the roof, and you can have a retest. It's very easy. It's actually healthy. It's usually how you build a nice bottom in the market, and you kind of end bear markets and turn to bull. That's how it works. But the point is, in this situation, there's just not thousands and thousands of sealed Commander 2019 like shares of a stock that can return and just dump it. It just doesn't work that way. The product's gone. The distributors flushed it out. It is over with. There is no more coming. So because of that, we see a tremendous uptick out of nowhere. And that is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are from the depths of $100 plus tax. We are literally now, if you go on eBay or TCG Player right now, you cannot buy this product anymore for $100. If you're lucky, you're looking at maybe $125, maybe $130 plus shipping, or maybe including shipping plus tax, or maybe $135, $140 with taxes and shipping. We are nowhere. I mean, that's a 40% swing from the bottom from 90 days ago. And this is the ultimate time period. This is the moment that we talk about with everything. Iconic Masters happen, the conspiracy products, who knows? You can go on and on. But the point is, once you hit this inflection point, this momentum shift, this is the turning point of sealed product in the collectible world. So, my prediction now, obviously now everything forward is just hearsay. So this is just my opinion. Obviously, I can't predict the future, although I do have a DeLorean. You guys just don't know that, and I actually am from the future. But let's see how good I am. So what I predict to happen, I'm going to go ahead and be on record, and so you guys don't forget to remember this video, and then at the holidays of this year, next year, make sure somebody comes back and comments and makes fun of me on this video. So I believe Commander on eBay right now is sitting about that 130 plus tax, so 140. I think this is actually not going to continue straight up. I actually don't think that's going to happen. I actually believe that this right here is going to level out some. I think we're going to see more of a leveling. And the reason for that probably a couple months. Now, when we hit December time, I think we're going to have another uptick. And then moving into next year, I think we have a little uptick, and then we level again. I predict like that. My prediction is more of a staircase approach. I don't think it's going to be an extreme movement, everybody. And I'm going to maybe a little bit more. So in other words, August is going to roll over, which is we're pretty much here. I think September is going to hit. Not really much difference. Maybe a couple dollars up. October is going to hit. Same thing. Maybe a couple dollars maybe, but not really much. And my rationale for the reason we're not having this continued upwards. Because a lot of people say, well, Rudy, wait, Rudy. Why doesn't it just go like this? Why doesn't it just do this? Why are you saying it's going to go like this and curve over? The reason for that is because there are people out there who don't have diamond hands. You know who you are. And the people who don't have the strength and they are wanting to get out of the product. There are some people who have maybe 10, maybe 20 sets, maybe 50 sets, maybe even 100 sets of Commander 2019. And when they see this uptick up here, they're going to use this opportunity on this momentum, and they're going to sell in the strength, take their 10, 20% return, and they're going to walk away and say, hey, I made 20%, Rudy. I held for a year. I made 20%. I'm out. I'm out. Mark Cuban, I'm out. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with locking in profits. Maybe it's because they want to lock in profit because Double Masters is coming. VIP Masters. Maybe they want to get ready for the end of the year. We got another Zendikar coming with fetch lands. Maybe they want to wait for Commander. You see my point? Do you see my point? It's not that they're over the product. It's just that maybe they're moving on to a different investment. Doesn't mean they're bearish. It just means they're locking in and resetting. And that's healthy and that's normal. So I believe once we see that, that's why you see what they call short-term plateaus. Not the dual land, not reserve list. Oh, that rain is getting pretty bad out there. That's why we see what they call kind of cool-off periods. And that's very healthy. It happens with everything. Look at, I don't know what a good example is. Avacyn Restored from, God, is that really 8 years ago? Oh my God, I'm old. Avacyn Restored, $100 box, it's flat. $150 box, it's flat. $200 box, it's sitting there for a year. And then, you see what I'm saying? It does the same thing. That's how collectibles work. They don't just, and people just, it happens all the time. I get messages on this all the time. People just say, Rudy, I bought a Black Lotus here. Here's my Black Lotus. So that X, there's my Lotus. It's in my pants. Why isn't this X? Literally, that's what I want. My Black Lotus needs to do that in a perfect line. It doesn't work that way. A real world Black Lotus is going to go like this. There's going to be a spike. You're going to have an up, maybe a down tick. That's going to be the real world. The real world is very volatile. You have years with no returns, and you have years with stupid returns. And then you take the average of the long period of time, and you actually end up with your, 6% average. And that's the way it works. It's slow. It's boring. It's actually not very sexy and exciting. But that's the real world. It's kind of lame, actually. It's kind of, a lot of this stuff's actually pretty boring. I try to make it fun. Give me some slack. So when you look at this, I predict we're going to have Commander 2019. It's out of print. There's no more coming to market. Distributors are out. Most stores still have some. And I already see the comments. Rudy, my local Walmart's got 3 of them. It's going to 0. Walmart shouldn't have 3. Rudy, my local Barnes & Noble, they got tons of them. I counted 5 the other day. Oh my goodness, just end the video. So, that's where we're at. So I believe moving into the end of the year, we're going to see more upticks. You're going to go October, November, December, and then moving into next year, I don't know what's going to cause it. Maybe a card spikes in the product, maybe supply drops and dwindles, or maybe there's just a couple good cards that have a good reaction with new spoilers. I don't know. I don't care. That's irrelevant, and that's just hearsay at this point. But I do believe we'll experience another uptick, and then in 2021, we'll be flatlined again. And then as we move forward to 2020, mid-2021 into 2022, we will eventually hit another bump, and I think we do average out, and we're going to kind of plateau around the $190 to $200 price point. So what I'm getting at is, over the next 2 years, I do believe that Commander 2019 is going to be a $200 product, and simply put, you can erase this and put 2018, and 2018 is doing the same thing. As of the filming this video, I think Commander 2018 is at 180s now. God, I remember I couldn't sell that thing for 99 bucks. Commander 2018 is already at the 180s. Commander 2019 is a better product, and it's going to get there. It's just most people don't want to wait because it's boring. The most important thing I want everybody to learn today, as I wrap up this video, give you guys a life lesson, is, this stuff tests you. Dealing with this stuff, it really tests your mental strength it really it makes you see what kind of person you are. Because if you listen to anybody else, see, and here's the problem. We live in a time where everything's based on the internet, social medias, fancy Instagrams and Facebooks and, secret Reddits and, the scholars and lab coats and ivory towers. And the problem is, when we're all interested in something, we like to ask other people. We like that reassurance. We look for feedback. We look for outside people that agree with what we're saying. And a lot of people call that groupthink or echo chambers, and you kind of surround yourself with people that only either agree with you or people that always disagree and hate you. And all of that leads to really bad decision making. And that's one of the crappiest things I've said many years on this channel. Because I really do firmly believe that, and I've said this many times, most of our instincts are usually pretty right. That's the reason we call them instincts. And for those of you out there who, and I know there's a lot of you watching this video are going to go, Rudy, I remember seeing all those Commander things for $99. And I didn't buy them because everything was just crappy. And now it's already up 30, 40%. You can't get them for that. And there's a lot of people out there that are going to remember that. And there's a lot of people out there that are going to, you got to ask yourself, why didn't you buy it? Did you look online? Everybody else says, oh, don't do it. There's better opportunities. No, that Rudy guy's pushing. He's pumping the product. He's pumping and dumping. No. That's everything printed to oblivion. Seriously, I need to get a shirt that says Rudy's printed. I am printed into oblivion. I need banners in my videos that say printed to oblivion. That's just got to be the best phrase in Magic history. But, it's difficult. This stuff really makes you see what kind of person you are when you're putting your hard-earned money on the line. And this stuff happens right. And that happens right there. When that stuff happens to you, and you get slapped with the biggest bear market ever, you really learn what your true colors are, everybody. I'm ending the video now, but I just want to give this final thought. I can't emphasize enough the mental outlook and the strength to make your own decision, the strength to push all the market noise aside, the strength to not listen to all of the bad things and focus on what you want to do. Do you like the product? Do you like Magic? Or are you just filled with just, rawr, the prices are going up? It doesn't matter. Everything's going up. Welcome to the future. It's been this way for the last 100 years, and it's going to be this way the next 100 years for everything in life. And, if you people who are willing to dig through this industry and deal with this stuff, even in 2020, I'm telling you all, I said it in 2019, I said it in 2018, I said it in 2017, and I said it in 2016 on this channel. This year is no different. The more things change, the more they're going to stay the same. Nothing has really changed. There's more Magic products? Rudy, that's different. Rudy, there's flashy products. Okay. So we got more products. The products are flashy. So because of these, and things are more expensive. So there's more products. They're bling blingy. The prices are higher. So because of these three reasons, we're never going to buy and sell unsealed product anymore. It's over with. It's all over with. Every year, it's over with. Every year, it's the end. This year, it's printed even more. Nobody wants that. So you can't. Theros collector's boxes? That crap's going to be at $0. I'm not touching it unless it's $5 a box. I've heard it all. Modern Horizons? Rudy's been talking about that for a year. Modern Horizons is worth nothing now. It's all relative. And the people who win this game are the people who are calm and have the diamond hands. They steer the ship straight. Doesn't matter what kind of headwinds, negativity, snowballs, yellow snowballs, it doesn't matter what happens. You stay the course because you will get rewarded. And the data shows from the last 27 years that anybody who stayed the course for any time period during those 27 years, you can pick any period during 27 years and take any window in that timeline. And if you stayed for 5 years plus during any time period, you did incredibly well. In 2020, and in 5 years from now when it's 2025, is no different. If anything, historically, when you go through economic turmoil and a lot of fear and anger, historically, the gains are going to be above average at this point in time. Historically, products in the year 2020 being released if 2008 is any historical record, all the products being released in 2020 should have above average rates of return in 2021 through 2025. So that means, let's see, what came out this year? You had Throne. Wait, was it technically the beginning of the year or the end of last year? I guess the middle of last year. The Throne, the Theros, the core sets. By the way, has anybody been paying attention to core sets? 2019, core set 2020 is almost out of print. We got the new core set 2021 out. These core sets have been interesting. Point is, all these products, the Modern Horizons, this Double Masters, I'm sure is going to be good. We don't know the details. It's too early. Calm down. But I'm sure it's going to be a fun product. We're going to have a lot of fun times. It's going to be a lot of cool cards. I don't know if it's over or under price as far as the regular boxes go. This VIP thing, it's new. We don't know how the dust will settle. And once the dust settles and we can look forward, then we can make valid predictions after what I like to call release date plus 90, which is the day of release, which is August, and we add 3 months. We'll get a good feel for VIP and regular Double Masters. We'll get a good idea. But I just want to really drive the point home. In a time that everybody thinks every store is going out of business and dumping buckets of product on the open market, where is it? Because I'm not seeing it, because what people are realizing is when stores close, they don't have much inventory. Remember that. And because of that, again, we are going through a turbulent time where people are not investing in sitting on sealed product. There's too much of it. There's too many different sets coming out. People can't keep up. The prices are too high. Cardboard's going to be worth zero. You got to be an idiot. So that's all I have today. Thought it was a pretty interesting case study. And boy, I'll tell you what, you never felt alive until you put your life savings into something. And you've been through something like that. Makes you really see what kind of person you are. Everybody be safe. Have a great day. And as always, stay the course.